Hey everyone, it's Jack here from the Mindful Homestead. Just got back from work. I am out here in the garden currently. We're gonna do any harvesting that needs to be done, and we're gonna check on the tomatoes, which I wanna do because I'm pretty sure there may have been an issue with some weather that we had today. After we're done in the garden, we're gonna head inside and we're gonna talk about something that the mail carrier dropped off today that I think some of you may be interested in hearing more about. Let's hit the garden and then we'll head inside. So we're out in the garden right now because I'm pretty sure we may have an issue with the tomatoes. I want to check on them. To give you just kind of a fill-in, all summer long it's been really dry, so we've been watering the tomatoes accordingly. You know, if it's a really hot, dry summer, tomatoes tend to thrive in that, so we don't want to drench them and, you know, really just kind of throw them way off the loop. However, about an hour and a half before I got out of work, a massive storm rolled through and dumped a ton of water, and I'm a little worried, since I knew we had some ripe tomatoes or near ripe tomatoes that maybe I should have picked yesterday, that they're gonna split. So these black crims look okay. That one looks good. This is a little one. Oh, apparently that one's ready to get picked. No splits there. No splits on this one. This one can probably come inside. Yeah, funky looking bottom on that one.
That's what she said.
No splits. Got a couple over here. This one is looking ready to come in. That is a funky looking tomato. A little bit of splitting up there on this one near the top. Again, super funky. These are the only ripe yellow pears we have right now. Little split right there. I'll pull this one. And over here, these are the Mr. Stripies. They look good. There's no issues with splitting on these. A little bit right there, but you guys hear me? They're working hard on that stump. Remember that video a little ways back where I talked about life finding a way, and we had a tomato plant that was growing out of the side? The pigs are fighting and they just freaked me out. We had that tomato plant that was growing out of the side of our raised bed. Well, let me show you how it's doing. So this is our cauliflower and pepper bed, and this is the tomato that grew out of the side of the raised bed. It's long. This raised bed right here, that's 8 feet long. And you can see the tomato vine came out of the side there and stretches all the way across it. And it set fruit too. We've been kind of negligent in picking it, but there are ripe tomatoes in here. Some really ripe ones back there. A little too ripe. So I'll pick these. Not bad. It's times like this I wish I liked tomatoes. So before we get into the next part of the video, let me give you just a little bit of a background on how this came about. Jackie and I for a while have been kind of sort of not really like in our heads, but not really keeping it at the top of everything, looking for some sort of weather monitor for the house. Where we live, we do have Weather Channel coverage for our phones. We can use the Weather Channel app there to look up the temperature and, you know, get an idea of what it's doing outside. But we're so rural that it's not always correct. I mean, there have been times where I've looked at it and it said 80 degrees and sunny, when in reality it's been like 70 degrees and raining. So obviously looking out the window is a very easy way to tell if it's raining, but looking out the window is not necessarily the easiest way to tell what the temperature is going to be. So we've been looking for something we can set up and be essentially a mini weather station for us. Fast forward to a couple weeks ago, Smartro, this company right here, reached out to us via email and said, hey, we're interested in sending you one to test. And I can only surmise it was either because of Instagram or YouTube or something like that. But they said, we want to send you one for you to check out and let us know what you think about it and possibly do a video on it. They didn't say I had to do a video, but they said they wanted, you know, me to test it out. And I said, okay, cool. But I'd really like to have one that we could give away to our viewers as well, so that not only can we test it, but somebody else can test it as well. And they said yes. So what you're gonna see next is the unboxing I did of this thing. This is the giveaway one right here. But I already unboxed ours and installed it, so you're gonna see that video right now, and we'll cut to that. Stay tuned, because I'm gonna tell you after the video how you can win this thing. All right, so we have a warranty card here, or if we need help, we have a user manual. We'll use this in a minute. We've got the unit itself. And we've got our wireless sensor right here. So 2 AA's in there, 2 AAA's in there. Huh. So that's a little weird. The sensor takes AA's, and then the unit itself takes AAA's. I'm gonna go get some batteries. It shows the temperature and humidity right on the sensor, which is pretty cool. There we go. Nope. So, okay, we got batteries in both. All right, so we need to synchronize the remote sensors with the main monitor, page 9. So it looks like it paired right up out of the box, actually. Cool. All right, so now we'll take this and we're gonna mount it outside. So I'm gonna mount the sensor here on our screen porch, and there's a couple different reasons why I'm doing it that way. One, it's gonna be protected from the elements. I don't want the sensor necessarily getting wet. It has inlets on it that go inside to the sensor to allow it to take in the air so it can measure the moisture and temperature. So I don't want water getting into those inlets. The other reason is I don't want it in the sun, and the screen porch is shaded from the sun all day long, but it's open on 3 sides with just screen. So there's constant airflow through it. So the temperature reading is gonna be correct here. So this is a perfect place to do it. So as far as mounting the display, you can go a couple different ways about it. It's probably best to have it somewhere that's gonna be fairly visible. So when you wake up in the morning and you're looking to get your temperature and humidity really quickly, you can see it super simply. One great place to do it would be right next to the front door here. We come down the stairs that are off to my left, and it's one of the first things I'd be able to see when I was looking at the door. However, I'm gonna show you one of my favorite features about this thing that I didn't even know it had until I opened it up and started looking at it. And it's gonna make it way easier to put in a place where you're always gonna see it. Welcome back into the Mindful Kitchen, and as you can see, we've got our refrigerator behind me. Now, if you look on the back of the main unit here, you can actually see these 2 silver discs. And when I first pulled this out of the package, I thought they were magnets, but I wasn't sure. So I came over here and tested, and this is really cool, guys. We can take this and just put it right on our fridge. So now I don't have to put a hole in the wall by the front door, even though this thing would be pretty handy and I wouldn't really have a problem with putting a hole in it, but I don't have to do that. I can sit it right here on the refrigerator, and every morning when I come downstairs to pour myself a cup of coffee, or if Jackie reaches in the refrigerator to grab Emma some milk or lunch or a snack or whatever we're doing, the temperature's right here. And if it's dark in the kitchen, you just touch the top and the light kicks right on that thing. And it's pretty great. I mean, it really just works. Having the temperature on the refrigerator is an awesome place for it, because the kitchen for us, and it may be the same in your house or it might not, the kitchen is an awesome central place where people tend to congregate. You have to walk right by it, whether you're going in the front door, the back door. It's super easy when you come downstairs to just look at the fridge and hit the light and see what the temperature is. So as you can see, if I touch the light here, you've got all of your visual info right on the front of it. You've got your outside temperature right here. You've got your outside humidity right here. It shows you on a scale kind of where the humidity is, 58%, kind of high. You've got your inside temperature and then your inside humidity. It also shows you the trends of kind of where things are going. This is a little skewed right now since I had it in the package and it was all in the house. So it's showing the temperature going down, which it kind of is because it's the afternoon. And then it's showing the temperature going up in the house. The house is pretty warm. I had the air conditioners off when I was at work all day. So the temperature is coming down in the house. I've actually got the air conditioner on in the other room, but this isn't really noticing it. Oh, maybe it did. It just ticked down a notch. It is showing rain right there, which is true. It did rain about an hour and a half ago. So while it's clearing up right now, it did pour before, and I'll say that's pretty good there. You can see you've got settings, memory, channel up to change the channels, and then Celsius, Fahrenheit. Celsius, Fahrenheit works. The channel button is to switch between remote channels. It's able to have up to 3, and you can buy them from Smartro as extra. And they're as easy just as switching the channel on the back of the sensors. So if you want to have one maybe in a garage where you're doing brooding for your chicks or chickens, if you want to have one out maybe in an animal shelter or a barn, you can see what the temperature's doing there. So what are my overall thoughts on the Smartro SC92? Well, I haven't had it a long time. Truth be told, I just set it up earlier today. However, so far, it appears that it can be a really handy tool. It's easy to mount, whether you're putting it on your fridge, putting it on a wall. The remote sensor that it comes with is really easy to mount. It was super easy to pair. Like I said, I didn't have to do anything. I took it out of the box, turned everything on, and it just worked, which was awesome. And I like that it's super simple. There's some out there that try to cram a ton of information onto the screen, and for us, that really wasn't required. Give me the temperature, give me the humidity, and that's really all I need to know for the day. I can look outside, I can see if it's raining. It's nice that it offers you the ability to see your max high and low temps for the last 24 hours and historically. Historical temperatures obviously are not going to be as big a deal as your 24 hours, but the 24-hour one is pretty cool. Right now on Amazon, the Smartro SC92 is going for $25.99, which is a pretty good price. I wouldn't have a problem paying that, knowing what I know about it now. Hopefully this video has helped you decide if it's worth that, but all in all, for $25.99, I'd say this is a pretty solid bargain. We'll leave a link in the description down below to Amazon where you can get one of these. $25.99, I think this thing's a solid buy. For all that it does and in the clean lines that it provides it, I think it's great. I don't want a whole bunch of extra junk on my temperature and humidity gauge. I just want to know the temperature and humidity and get it over with. The fact that it's got a light on it for if it's dim and that it does inside temperature and humidity as well is pretty awesome. If you want to win this one that I'm holding right here, it's as simple as commenting down below in the comment section. Just leave a comment. Leave a comment saying anything. Leave a comment just saying, I want it. Leave a comment saying you like the video. You know, leave a comment maybe if you've seen another video of ours that you liked. I don't care, just leave a comment. We certainly appreciate if you're subscribed to the channel or if you were to share this video out on your Facebook or anything like that, but we're not gonna require it for the sweepstakes. All you have to do if you wanna win this is leave a comment down below. This video is coming out August 20th. Let's say you have to have left a comment by next Tuesday at midnight. I don't know how that works. What do you say, midnight on the 25th? The end of Tuesday, just do it end of Tuesday, guys. As always, we appreciate you hitting that subscribe button and clicking that little thumbs up button down below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys. Bye.